The homeless crisis in America is worse than ever, and California, your state again, leading the way. The U.S. just had the biggest ever spike in homelessness, a record 11% increase in a year. I mean, around 600,000 people are on the streets in America. That is insane. That is an insane number of people out on the streets. Just, again, for those of you that may be multitasking right now, look at your screen. That is America. That's not a third world country. That is America right now. We're seeing this in California. We're seeing this in New York. And Andrew, we're even seeing this here in West Palm Beach. We've seen it in Denver, Colorado. It's happening all over. But going back to California, it seems like it's kind of leading the way there. I mean, is this Gavin Newsomonomics, whatever you want to call it?
Newsomonomics?
It's not, it doesn't just rolls off your tongue. So catchy.
Actually, this is Democrat-onomics, right? This is communism. This is cultural Marxism destroying America, and it is spreading across the country. It's in Baton Rouge. It's in New Orleans. We never had this in New Orleans before, even as horrible as the economy was there. And this is coming to you, America, because this is what the result is of Democrat policies. This is the result of deciding, you know what? Our homeless population is in large part due to the drug addicted and the mentally ill who became mentally ill from the drug addiction. So I know, let's push for the legalization of marijuana and drugs across the country. And then because they're drug addicted, let's set up free stations where they can shoot up heroin across San Francisco. And now we've got drug tourism happening. And so then we had insanity like here in San Diego during COVID, where they shut down the convention center and businesses and then put all the homeless in the convention center. So the solution is never to address. And then after COVID, they just put them back out on the street. There's never any attempt to address the underlying issues, only to actually make it worse, which is through the drug policies. And now they're saying that the next step of this is to start seizing the property of law-abiding citizens who own property to give it to the homeless people. That's where this is going next.
No, you're so right. And I know that Gina brings this up all the time, especially, with all of her research when it comes to the medical community too, but it's by design. It's like they're creating one problem, so you have another problem, so you have another problem. So like the opioid addiction, right? Let's do that. Let's get everyone hooked on opioids. Then, we have a problem with that. So then that creates a heroin problem, which then opens the door for the cartel, right? And then it just continues one thing after another. And they're never, I love it when they call, let's get, Kamala Harris in here. Now let's get to the root cause. The root cause is your policies.
Yes.
Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can't leave out marijuana and the push to legalize marijuana and what that has done to the young people. This is not your mama's marijuana from the 60s, people. This is hallucinogenic. There is a spike and you're the doctor, Dr. Gina, and you can speak to this, but there is a spike in schizophrenia and all kinds of mental issues because of the newly legalized pot shops and the pot that's happening across this country. This is what the Democrats want. They want to increase and make increase the number of Americans who are just dependent and drug addicted, mentally ill, who don't vote, don't contribute to society. And, the more people that they have like that, the more excuse they have for subsidized housing and the more control they have.